Hi, I'm Rob, and you're joining me for the fourth in a series of 5 devotions focused on our core values as a church. As we step into the new chapter that God has for us in 2022 and beyond, we want to ensure that we don't forget the things He's placed in our hearts as vital to who we are as a community. Today, we're considering our core value that urges us to share what we have found in Jesus with others in word and in action. You know, when you've discovered something really great, don't you just want to go and share that with others? Unless you're a pirate. In that case, maybe you prefer to hide your treasure in a buried chest somewhere and be very selective about who you share the map with. However, if we're honest, most of us aren't pirates. At least when it comes to the things that, when we share them, we don't lose. You know, if you're a Christian, you know that Jesus is one of those things, right? No matter how often you'll share Jesus with others, you'll never have less of Him. Maybe you're afraid that sharing what you've found will come out all wrong and offend someone. We're certainly not all good at evangelism. If you know that you're not great at it, please don't try to be someone that you're not. However, you do still have a story that nobody else can tell, your personal testimony of encountering Jesus and being transformed by that experience. That story is deeply personal to you, and only you know the full details of it. That's why it's your responsibility to be ready to tell it with gentleness and respect when someone asks you to give a reason for the hope that you have. However, there's another way to share Jesus when words don't come easily to you. Actions. You can give someone a printed invitation to an event. You can offer someone a lift to church. You can serve people as part of a church ministry team and let your actions speak louder than words. Or you can share Jesus in both words and actions. That's the best possible example of what it looks like to be a Christian in your community. The disciple Andrew is a great role model for us in this regard. In John's account of the life of Jesus, found in the New Testament part of the Bible, we find a story about how Andrew, a disciple of John the Baptist, met Jesus and responded in both word and deed. We find the story in John chapter 1, and I'll be reading from verses 35 onward. The next day, John was there again with 2 of his disciples. When he saw Jesus passing, he said, "Look, the Lamb of God." When the 2 disciples heard him say this, they followed Jesus. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, was one of the 2 who heard what John had said and who had followed Jesus. The first thing Andrew did was to find his brother Simon and tell him, "We have found the Messiah, that is the Christ." And he brought him to Jesus. You see, immediately after meeting Jesus, Andrew did 2 things almost instinctively. Firstly, he shared what he had found with Jesus with words, telling his brother Simon about his own personal encounter with Jesus. Then secondly, he shared what he'd found in Jesus with action, bringing his brother Simon to meet Jesus for himself and to make up his own mind. I'm inspired by that story, and it reminds me that sharing should always be my first response to being blessed. Andrew's encounter with Jesus had so profoundly impacted him that he wanted the same joy for his brother, and he did something about it. He told his story, and he gently invited his brother to come with him and see for himself. If you've been blessed by Jesus, who have you shared that blessing with? Have you told anyone about it? Have you used that blessing to bring some joy to others, or have you buried it? As you reflect on that question, you can find a link in the description below to a song that I hope inspires you to share what you have found in Jesus with others in word and in action. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you again tomorrow.